Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another episode of the Redeployment Podcast. I am your boy Jax Wild, and that's the boy PG the Hustle.
What's
What's
happening,
up,
y'all?
everybody? How everybody doing? How your family doing? How your mom and them doing? How your daddy and them doing? How your kids and dog and them doing? You feel?
You feel? Everybody
What's
know.
up with your P?
Chilling, man. Just trying to maneuver through the madness, man.
You
Maneuvering through the madness.
you just justing.
I'm just Justin, man. I'm just Justin, man.
It be like that sometimes, man, and that's okay. That's okay, because
Call me
sometimes we gotta
Justin.
mail it in. You feel me?
Hey, call me Justin. Justin.
Just man.
Yeah.
This week here, man, it's been pretty crazy. If you
Okay.
like, this week was my this yesterday actually was my 1 year anniversary at my job. So being in the civilian sector, so
Okay.
shouts out to that, man. 1 year on the job.
Nice.
And I was telling them, they was like, man, how does it feel? I said, bro, I survived a year. I survived a year. They're like, what are you talking about, Mr. James? I'm like, there's a very unique. Now, again, I was in the Air Force, so we wasn't crazy. But there is a certain dialect we use. You know, things we talk about, how we said them, what we did. And then moving that for 22 years into working with young adults, college students. They're very touchy feely. They're sensitive.
Yes.
They are. I mean, there's a lot you can't do and a lot you can't say in
Feel
that space.
entitled.
Entitled, all of that, and I am blessed to be able to, you know, navigate those waters without getting fired.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Because I know you ain't, because we come from a whole different set. You can't, yeah.
bruh,
Yeah, you be ready to
because
snap. I know
dog,
you be ready to snap on them, man.
bro, like it's just so crazy, right? Like, we talk about entitlement, and again, this ain't no shot at any college students or any young adults. I'm just telling my story how I see it, how it worked through these thick lenses right here. You see these thick lenses? I'm just telling it how it looks in them lenses. We These students really run this school, like for real. Like, we are there, but and I guess, and rightfully so, because I mean, the only reason we're there so they can get a college degree, right? I mean, in theory, but they're not a full grown, mature adults. So there's
No.
some things that we have to let them, you know, rough their way through.
Figure out on
But
their own.
but instead, we'd be like, "Oh, you don't like that? Okay, we'll just change it. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we'll just." And I'm talking about, they be, imagine going through high school, you get mad at your teacher because the assignment was too long, right? And you go down to the principal office and tell the principal. The principal don't send you to class like, boy, if you don't get up out my classroom. No. He calls the teacher and be like, what you got going on down there? That is the basic, like, overall scenario on some of the things I have personally witnessed. And and sometimes it's not egregious, it's not crazy, but the fact that the chancellor or somebody above is calling me as a professor, as a staff member, off of what a student has said, it's like, oh, hold up. Who
Yeah.
who got the gun? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ever heard that
Facts.
saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all cool till the rabbit get the gun.
Yeah.
It didn't. We out here giving the rabbit the gun. That's basically.
All the time.
So it's crazy, man.
All the
It's
time.
crazy work, but I am glad to be there. I tell them all the time they are literally helping me with my transition.
Okay.
If you think about it, is that not how the world is right now? A little bit entitled-ish.
Oh, it's definitely like that.
So it's helping me to be like, no, I just gotta deal with it.
Times have changed, and you just honestly, you are coming out of it. How long you been out? 2 years?
No, it's a year and
Couple
2 months.
months.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just a year back into it. Because
Yeah.
when you're in that world, you're in another world. When you're in the
Yeah.
military, you're in another world. You seen this world on your phone,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you haven't lived in it. And now you're getting a chance to live in it. And you're getting to experience it every day, the things that we had to deal with, watching the whole transition of the whole just the whole country, like just period, just times, period, have
Because check this
changed.
out. So check this out. When I was in the military, when I see y'all going through, I'm like, man, get that out of here. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Ain't nobody care nothing about that because I'm in the military. I'm behind these gates and these four walls. I'm looking at it. Oh, man, that's crazy. Oh, y'all shooting each other over a chicken sandwich? Oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all just running through Walmart crazy? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And 6 months later, you in that world.
Yeah, I'm like, get your hands off my chicken sandwich.
Facts.
And then now I'm on the other side where I'm like, oh, today's government shutdown. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
got paid. Oh, that's crazy.
Right. Hey, I did the same thing. I just kept my mouth shut.
Like,
My,
ooh.
my hey, my little end came through.
I said, oh, that's
Right.
crazy.
And wondering about next
Oh,
month.
we
Next
talked
month.
about last week. Oh, y'all running 2 miles now? Oh,
Oh, you said that's crazy.
but yeah,
Oh.
man, it's been a wild ride, man. I'm thankful for it. I know I got a ways to go, a ways to go. I want to say one more funny thing about so in this world of budget cuts, right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
call it the administration. Let's call it life. In the world of budget cuts at my university, we're in the meeting. They're talking about, yeah, you know what I'm saying. We got to make some cuts, so we got to, not buy so many supplies. We can't buy so much food for events and blah blah blah, whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
So we was like, okay, cool. Well, what about the student employees? Well, that mug said, actually, they're getting a raise. I said, what world do we live in, folks?
Yeah, that's
What?
powerful.
And so that goes back to my original point, right? We gonna struggle. I gotta buy one less box of printer paper, but
Mm-hmm.
my student employees, oh, they gonna get $1.50 raise.
Yep.
Now tell me, in what world does that even make sense?
It don't make none.
I was like,
It don't
what?
make none. But if you tell somebody no, they
Oh
gonna
yeah,
cry. They gonna cry to high heavens. And then they gonna counsel you. You gonna be this. You gonna be that. It's gonna be because of this. It's gonna be because they LGBTQ elemental XOY
oh,
element Z.
oh
It's gonna be every excuse in the book as to why. I believe people have just folded and they're like, you know what, just
oh
here,
yeah,
shut up.
yep,
You know how you do kids sometimes when they just be nagging and nagging and nagging. I think that's what the generation has done. They just been like, you know what, just shut up. Here, shut up.
just here, just
Just
take
shut
it,
up. Get out my
just
face.
take it,
Stop bothering me. You know what I
just
mean?
get out.
Because they will do everything. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna make bad reviews. I'm gonna do this. They just always run into the internet. Everything on the internet. And then honestly, that kind of tears companies down when they do that. It
Yeah,
really affects them. It kind of affects them. Like people can make a big stink about nothing.
Yeah.
And we've seen it time and time again. It's just a crazy world, man. You just got to tiptoe around a bunch of stuff, or be that person that don't give a damn and make your own way.
And that is a possibility as well, for sure.
Oh
For
yeah,
sure.
it definitely can happen, but it's a long road and it's hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Trust me,
yeah.
it's hard. But hey, when you stand on it, you got to stay with it.
Yeah, you're right. So with that, let's pop over to uh
Let's get it.
our sponsor real quick. Oh, I could just pop this up over here like this. This is our sponsor. Here's our QR code for our sponsor,
Yes.
W Energy. Tell us about
Hey, this up.
W Energy, my friend.
W Energy. Oh man, my what's the name is downstairs. My tub downstairs. I usually have it up here. W Energy, man, it's all natural. No jitters. You know what I'm saying? Only the coffee fruit extract. You know what I'm saying? Vitamins, minerals. It's primarily focused on energy and focus. It's mainly energy. You know, it's all energy and focus. I use it daily. You know what I'm saying, for work. I can tell the difference. Definitely. They got plenty of flavors, man, and you already know, man. Hit the link, hit the QR code, or go to w.gg. Type in PG the Hustler at the bottom for 10% off your whole order.
Yes, sir. And then we also got some merch dropping.
Oh, we all, yeah, you know we got the merch. Redeployment
So the merch
Podcast.
is dropping. I know people have asked for the beanies. They are now up in the store.
They
So
live.
please head on over there and get your beanies for that dome piece.
And I think
I
it's like
know
3
it's
colors.
almost time for me to break out my beanie. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Pull that boy down because that dome, boy.
You don't want that ice to get on there, man. You don't want that
No,
freeze.
sir.
Whoosh.
No, sir. You don't want
Frozen
that ice
on out
grill
there,
of that boy.
You looking like Frozen on out there, bitch.
Honey, where's my super suit?
Where's my super suit?
Yeah. So now we also got these QR codes. So feel free to hit those bad boys up, and you're able to just click on the link and get right to the store.
Yep.
So I do appreciate Black Money Media for hosting them. I appreciate PG for putting them on, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, we got a guest today. This is my man, 100 Grand. I was stationed in Germany. I got there 2018. Now, 2018 me, I was still getting my hair cut.
Okay.
I know it's hard to believe, but I was still going to the barbershop. I was still trying to, you know what I'm saying,
Was they giving
keep
you
the
the
ball
Doc Rivers?
fade going.
Was you getting the Doc Rivers?
Nah, I wasn't no Doc. You know what I'm saying? He you know what I'm saying?
No
He got me right. And I had an excuse because I had the son. You know what I'm saying? My son had to get chopped up.
Right.
So the first stop we make is, unfortunately, we gotta make it to the BX because we don't know nobody yet. We go in there and get slaughtered. Like they take that joint and just go crazy, right? Then it's crazy because the dudes that watch you go in there, they know the plug, but they gonna let you go in there and get, I mean, Fruit Ninja. They gonna let you.
Yes.
And then when they came out, they was like, "Hey, yo, Playboy, you know what I'm saying? Got this guy. This guy, he cut the hair out the crib, hit him up. He gonna get you and your little one right." And me, I'm like, first of all, thank you for the card. Second of all, you let me go in there though. You let me go in there, so we gotta run the ones because you could have saved me.
Hey, but, listen. Experience is the best advertisement.
Man,
you wouldn't have thought twice. if you would have got that car before you went in there. But when you came out, you
So,
knew you needed that car.
so I introduced some and reintroduced the other. My man DJ Nunn. This guy, we sat down. It's one of them brothers. You sit down. He got the clippers in his hand. He already know what time we on. He got the nice music playing in the crib. He got the people coming through. I love that. Like it was an old school barbershop at the
Little
crib.
vibe,
You know what
huh?
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's
You
what's up.
he cutting. He hold on 1 second. Yeah, man. Yeah, because I told you, man. Just go around the back. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. All right, bet. We gonna link up. All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them vibes, and you didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? So, what's up with your DJ? How you feeling, man?
I'm doing well, brother. I appreciate that. That's all right. I'm sorry you got jammed up when you first got there, but I'm glad it wasn't me.
Man, no, no. You know it wasn't you, man. You got us together, me and my son. And when I went over there and sat down with you, understand your wife was in the army, so
Correct.
she and my wife worked together. And then you did some time in the Navy. How long did you do in the Navy?
I did 5 years in the Navy.
5 years in the Navy. 5 year shipmate in the Navy, right?
Yes, indeed.
So
USS Enterprise.
the USS Enterprise.
Yes,
Okay, all
sir.
right. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump you up out this mud, cause we got to know the first drop, right? The first drop signifies to us your time, the weeks, the months, the days prior to you coming in. Why did you choose the Navy? Why did you choose to come in? Some of us was running from a case. Some of us had a situation where I told God, like, one more bad thing happened to me, I'm out of here. I'm going to the Air Force. And then my girlfriend went to prison. So we all got our stories. So we would like
Indeed.
to know your story, sir. Floor is
Within
yours.
my let's start just from high school. Left Cleveland Junior Naval Academy in St. Louis, Missouri in 1994. Had an academic scholarship to the University of Missouri, where I took up physical therapy and was a member of the football team, being a trainer and on the football, basketball, as well as track organizations at the University of Missouri. It taught me a lot. I started to move in a good direction, but I was so sheltered at the crib that once I got open to college, it was like, whoa, this is overwhelming of people because I got so much freedom. So I went to the freedom first semester, and then had to get my act together the second semester and then second year of
Yeah.
school. So it was like that, and then by my third year of school, I was back on track really with like second year I was back on track. The third year really well, but came back home to St. Louis, and I got into some trouble as Hustle talked about last week. And from the trouble, my dad was kind of like, "Hey man, you need to go and get away from here. I know you're doing well in school, but you need to find yourself and find yourself away from some of your peers because I was back home instead of being away at school. So I was doing my schoolwork, but I was out in the streets with my homies. So
You
one
was
day
at
he came
home.
home like,
Yeah.
I'm hearing too much about you and you need to get gone. So I went off, did the paperwork for the Air Force, was looking to go into the Air Force, but I had a charge, an assault charge that I was waiting to see about. That when my lawyer spoke, that kind of freed me up from that. But I was waiting on a waiver from DC. Came back, DC kicked it back that I couldn't go in the Air Force. Well, I walked straight over to the Navy recruiter and was like, "Hey man, I got all my paperwork done. How soon is it that I could leave and join the Navy?" He said, "Everything's finished." Yeah. He said, "You can leave next Friday." So that was May 28th, 1998. I left
Wow.
that May 28th, 1998. I never kind of looked back to St. Louis except for to visit family and friends and say hellos and goodbyes. So
Right.
moved off, got into the army. I mean, into the Navy. Boot camp was cool because I'd already did sports. my parents was already strict. I just had to make up my bed with the 45s at the angle growing up. My mom was a nurse, my dad was a cop. So it was like I was already following the rules. I understood if I stay on the rules, I don't get in trouble. So I kind of skated through that stuff because I wasn't the leader. I was the second in charge in the Navy. You got a AROC and an RPOC. The RPOC runs the group, and the AROC he does the cadence and everything. And since I had a little vocals and stuff and was just messing around in the ship in boot camp one day, they was like, "None, let's see about you." And it kind of put me back in my leadership role because I was 22 joining the Navy, so I wasn't 18 like the rest of the guys. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
I'd already had college life, I'd already had civilian work, working in the hospital, working in the ER. So it was like none already on top of stuff, but I got into the military. It was a good experience, great experience. Met a lot of great people. I'm still locked in with a lot of my homies here today.
Mm-hmm.
That's how but many years passed before I found out because I got out the military and never was going to deal with a military young lady ever in my thoughts of anything, but then it kind of took me back. So it'll bring me full circle to how I gained to meeting you because my wife was in the military. We ended up moving to Germany in 2018 and it kind of took off from where you stated. But, you know, it was a great
Man,
Yeah,
experience.
that's
And we
crazy. That's
built good.
wow. That's dope.
man, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you took us through that. But how is he was able to get you out in basically a week?
Because I was already everything was done. I was just
Mm-hmm.
waiting on a waiver from DC to say that the Air Force held up on to say you can go or you can't. Well, the Air Force held me back, but the Navy, I knew between Navy, Army, and Marines, I was like, nah, I'm gonna go over here, Jack. I ain't messing with you. Like,
Yeah.
I was in Army ROTC in college, and I didn't like weekend dirt trips. So I'm not playing in dirt unless I'm playing baseball, football, or golf or something. So I'm not messing with the dirt.
Yeah, and what rating did you choose or what job did you choose?
I was an aviation ordnanceman, and I knew nothing about mechanics at all because I was dealing with the body. I was in physical therapy. I was an EMT. Like I was working in the emergency room before. I never thought about doing no mechanics, but they threw me these few jobs. They said these are full. This is what you'll do, and I was like, I'll take that one. It's close
So
to
what
being
did
a
you
soldier, but not that. Yeah.
so what did you end up having to do? What does that job entail?
Oh, aviation ordnance is aviation bomb build and structuring. Like as far as Air Force, y'all ammo. So we
Ammo,
deal with
okay.
bits and pieces of ammo. So, but in the Navy, we deal with everything: big bombs, little bombs, firearms, small arms, like just 50 cal, like whatever it is, we house it, we deal with it. On shore duty is broken down into many different compartments, so it's different for the Air Force. But
Yeah, so was you like the ammo guy like that would bring us, small ammo to do our qualifications and stuff like that as well?
say that again.
Was you like the guy that bring the ammo for like qualifying for the M4 or M16, M9, the qualification guy like that as well?
Okay, we would house different stuff in magazines because we was on a ship. So you gotta
Oh,
understand, we're
okay.
not on duty. So because we're on ships, we have different magazines that do different pieces and handle different things. But when it comes to qualifying for firearms, we deal with that. When it comes to 50 cal shootings off of the ship, we deal with that. When it comes to every different aircraft that has missiles, bombs, or guns on it, we either housing it and shipping it to you in whichever department that we were in within weapons department, depending on
Mm-hmm.
if you're a flight mech, stowing, elevators, uh, different things of that nature. So we all were different, no different than y'all, just different compartments, but just on a ship instead of on a base
Got
because
you.
that ship.
So, what about bases or ships? Like, how did that go for you? How many bases or how many ships did you hit?
Well, in my 5 year stint, I was just on the USS Enterprise until I went limited duty, and then
Okay.
they moved me from the ship during 9/11, flew me back, and excuse me, I was on shore duty until I got out.
Okay. Okay. So, what is one thing people don't know about the Navy? Like, they talk about when you get these stovepipe thought processes about the Air Force or the Marines or the Navy. What is one thing like you want to put on wax? You want to tell the world right now about the Navy, like that we probably don't know. I'll start. Let's say for me and Hustle, I answered this the other day. They asked me, "Oh, you was in the Air Force? Did you fly planes?" No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. Everybody in the Air Force do not fly planes. So I had to break that down to them. They were astonished at the thought that just because I was in the Air Force, I didn't fly planes. Did you have a
Oh,
moment like that?
I got a great one. You have to know how to swim. I can't swim. I ain't going to the Navy. Why do you have to? Why do you feel like you're gonna be swimming? You're only gonna swim for a few minutes anyway. Other than that, you're either about to die or you're gonna get saved. So one of the two is about to happen. So we're only thinking of the Titanic. We only think of that ship sinking. We only think of the negatives. We don't think of the other things. So like, I'm not jumping off of the boat unless I want to jump off the boat. The
So
boat not
straight
sinking.
up, you do not have to know how to swim to get in the Navy?
To swim, no. To tread water and be able to survive for some minutes until you are rescued by someone, yes, that's about all that you're doing. Because
Wow.
remember now, remember now, we can't be biased to people. We have to teach them how to get to to become one of the many that's in what we all do. So we're gonna spend a few minutes in this in boot camp. You're gonna jump off a platform. You're gonna learn how to not swim, but just stay afloat. You're going to stay afloat. Most of the time you're in salt water anyway, so it's helping you be buoyant. But if you got waves, if you don't know how to swim without a life jacket, you're going down anyway. So don't worry about it. You just casualty, man. That's what we talking about.
we
I
we
mean, in reality,
but
it's cat
but
like
that's a good but
but
that's definitely a good one because that's definitely a good one because movies and history will make us think that when you go into the Navy that they send y'all through this rigorous like what they do with your boy Cuba Gooding Jr. when what's that man the one where
see,
they
Oh,
had
that
him
was
down in the
he's a Navy diver. See, he's not just a
yeah,
Navy.
oh
but see, they make people think that that's what all Navy people
Correct,
go through in boot
correct,
camp because that's what I thought.
correct.
I just knew it was a part of boot camp in the Navy where all y'all was in the water. Period. I just knew y'all had
Oh,
water
we
training.
are. No, I'm saying we are. We're in the water. You, we're at the pool.
Right.
You're jumping off a platform about 20 feet out of the water. After that, it's a little raft out in the pool that's simulating that someone's coming to get you. You have to
That
be
you
able to
say.
tread water for some time. They gonna have a ring and hold the ring out, and you got to be able to grab the ring, but you tread in water, so you have to be able to tread the water, grab the ring, hold on, get pulled onto the shit, onto the little raft, because this is how you get saved. Like, okay, all right, it's
So that
normal for
that's
ah
somebody
that's
to
that's
crazy. That now that's dope. Now see, now you just opened up a lot of people's eyes that might be wanting to go to the Navy but didn't want to go because, like Jack said, they probably think, I can't swim. Well, it ain't even
yeah,
about that because I just
yeah,
knew
you
that
jumping.
you was gonna have to swim in there. Y'all really just getting say it's really just in the pool, treading water, and done, and on
You're
the
jumping
raft
off.
and out of there. That's it. They don't be having y'all all down in the water, holding your breath, and 2 minutes timing y'all and all that.
That's Navy SEALing, or you watch the officer and the gentleman, and they're doing some other things. That's more advanced military.
That's not just the regular Navy.
On the ground level.
Man, hey, shouts out to you, dog.
You still on the lobby. You ain't in the offices yet.
That was real, Nunn. That was real. That was real. All right, so one thing I want to talk about, and I'm gonna pose this. Both of y'all gentlemen kind of joined before me, not by much, by a few, probably 3 or 4 years. There was this notion back in the day that the military is guaranteed. Like, you're gonna get paid on the 1st, you're gonna get paid on the 15th, blah, 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 blah. Now, that's what I kind of came on to because I too was in college and I too kind of had some struggles. And so I just remember my parents talking about go to the military. It's guaranteed pay. You don't got to worry about this, worry about getting fired, blah, blah, blah. But now, as of today, right now, in the world, they are going through a government shutdown. And we'll talk about, for those civilians who don't know what that actually means in a few. But I want y'all to kind of take me through, because during the end of my career, it stopped being so guaranteed. Where these government shutdowns, I've went through 2 while I was in the military. The first one, there was no pay implications. They got together before our paycheck or whatever. But the second one, we did have a little stumble where we was a couple weeks out of getting our check, but they back paid us all good. So it's not as guaranteed as it is anymore. So did y'all come in on the same type of time that I was on, that I was thinking about? We'll start with you, Nunn.
I came in broke still. Nah. I honestly, like for real, I came in at E3 back in '98. I know I was getting a check of $336 a month. I had $50 of stocks going out. And I really didn't pay attention to what was going on in the economy or the world because I was trying to just live. I was just learning to get a paycheck because I didn't have much of that except for working over here for about 7, 8 months and then joining the military. So, and then looking at the military, it was so impressionable in my family. Like, go ahead, go, you be straight. Like, you need to get away, go ahead anyway. But you could see little things once joining because you didn't understand budgets, budget cuts. You wasn't thinking about none of that until you became a piece of the government system. And now that you become a piece of it, you pay attention to world events, current events, and now our nation's money because you in that budget. So, and now the people of today, they still kind of feel it because it's hitting them a whole lot different. But it's sad to say, but this is the ways of the world, and we don't see this until you start flowing yourself into that sector. Like you said earlier, you was like, dang, that's messed up. Like, because you scroll past
that's
that now.
Crazy.
Yeah, there you go. That's crazy. Yeah, there you go. But yeah. What's your feel, Hustle? How you feel about that, man?
I never, being in the way I came in, it was only guarantee it was for me that I wasn't going to jail. So that was my guarantee. That, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't have to actually go to jail for what, for what I had got caught doing. So that wasn't enough for me. I didn't care if I was getting $100 every other 2 weeks or $200 or what. I never went through any ROTC because that was never in my plan. I still do have a full ride scholarship to Akron University, to Akron U, because I was in the Akron Bound program when I was younger. So I just never did that because it wasn't the path that my life had took. When I went to school when I got in the military, I graduated from Western Oklahoma University with a CCNA. So a computer networking degree. So I could have went home. Had I not gotten in trouble, I could have went to school here and went to what I really wanted to do was polymer science. You know what I'm saying? I really was interested in polymer science. But I did just like you say, DJ. I did notice things when I got in and I started realizing. And I tell everybody that watch this show know that when I went in, I was 17. So that was my maturity. That made a man out of me. The military made a man out of me. But also at the same time, it also opened my eyes to how we were being treated as individuals, which we weren't individuals. We were not being treated as, it was like a big facade. It was like, oh, we care this much about you. Oh, yeah, this is so guaranteed we care about you. But then when you really get there, it's like, you ain't nothing but a number. You're nothing but that's why they call you by your last name. That's why they don't get acquainted with you. That's why they don't use your first name. Because how many more Johnsons are there? How many more Nunns are there? How many more Jacksons are there? You know what I'm saying? How many more Malones are there? There's plenty. And you're just a cog in a wheel. And if that cog breaks, they'll just replace it. Send a flag to your people, and then you're done. Like, it's over with. Like, I just never, that was the thing that was that opened my eyes, that I realized. And then I started realizing that it was a system, and I noticed the brainwashing because I grew up in the church all my life, and I noticed the brainwashing early. I noticed the brainwashing early because I watched how people acted, and then I listened to what people said, and the two didn't match. The two never matched, and I said, "Oh yeah, this is a bunch of BS." You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I got at that point in my life, when I got to the military, I seen the same thing, but just on a different level. You know, so I seen it on a more sophisticated level. You know, so if you will.
That's good. That's good. So, on that note, I just want to touch on just very basic. For those who don't know, the military or the government is in shutdown mode, right? This article was published by the Air Force Sergeants Association, basically giving some how-to guides for those who are in the military and in that will be affected. One thing for sure, two things for certain. That number one statement on that first line, because the first thing we say, oh, we ain't get paid. Oh, you ain't about to see me. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. We coming to see you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be here.
You're going to go to work.
You're going to work. So we want to let them know off the rip. Just because you might, your pay might be now. The other thing I want to kind of get across, and I was telling some individuals at work today, is it's kind of like when you first come in the military, you do that 2 weeks in a hole. So they got 2 weeks to kind of work with. You know what I'm saying? When you go to Burger King, you don't get paid on that first Friday. You're going to get paid on the second Friday.
Yeah.
So they got a little bit to play with, right? So the first one is on the house, if you will. So that's why you're going to keep coming to work. Because you also signed a contract, right?
Yeah.
The things to key in here is your civilian counterparts will be missing.
Facts. I was just gonna say, now this is only for the military. They is not coming in.
Yeah, those. And I'm looking at the numbers now. Over 750,000 federal employees were placed on furlough, which means you got a job, but just go to the crib right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you ain't getting paid for the day anyway. So bye.
Now, a lot of other things that's in effect here. If you were, I know one time we was on government shutdown, that I talked about before. We had dudes out on TDY.
Mm.
Well, they need to get. We had a little bit of funds. Y'all need to come back. Go ahead and you know what I'm saying. Wrap that up. Get on back to base
Yeah,
because
come
we're
on
not
back.
paying another night for y'all to be in the hotel. So come on back, and we'll settle it out kind of that way. So some of the travel will be impacted or delayed. Some people who were now this is the crazy one. Some of the people who are PCSing and going to their next base or getting out of the military.
It's on hold.
So hold, my friend. I'm sorry. I know you hate us. We probably hated you. This probably wasn't a good relationship, but you gotta rock with us for about 2 more weeks. Let us get our budget together and then we can make peace.
Facts.
So that's one of the other things. Let me see. Uh I mean, those are
Crazy
some of
work.
the big things. What to
Run down it
y'all?
real quick because the people can't really
Okay,
read that. So for the people
okay,
that's in the military, just real fast. You don't got to
okay.
go into them, but just run off the main lines on there for them what they because this is important for them for people that are in the military right now. This is
Yeah,
important
you're
for
right.
you right now to know this sheet. If you haven't seen this sheet, you should look it up.
Okay, so first, active duty, they gonna keep working. Paychecks might be delayed, but you gonna do that. If you're guard and reserve, your drill and your training will be postponed and or canceled. If you have bonuses and incentives, they may be delayed. But we gonna get you on the back end, basically. Uh
Cold
for
damn.
your TRICARE remains operational and uninterrupted, so I don't have to worry about that. The military treatment facilities, they will be open. However, I did talk about those civilians. A lot of our nurses and the people that work at the front desk and all that are civilians. Some of those will be placed on essential work. Some of those will be let go. So you gotta. This might be a little bit of a wait going to the hospital.
Yeah.
For your VA and VA care benefits, some of that will be on schedule because a lot of that's already in work. But
It's
again, if there's
allocated.
civilians that work in those departments, again, it might be slow. For your, we talked about your PCSing. That's gonna be halted, um, unless it's essential. Like if they gotta move, you gonna move. Uh, Travel could be postponed. TDYs postponed. Commissaries and like shopping, BX and all that stuff, they may be open, but they probably going to be on reduced hours. Because
Limited.
again,
Yeah.
we talked about it. A lot of our employees are federal employees.
Yep.
It says, what can you do? Stay in touch with your chain of command. Um, and then just but the main part about this, man, that I wanted to bring out, and I want y'all to touch on it as well, is I know DJ, you talked about your first check being like $300 and this and that. But the importance of even as a young lad, as a young E3, you're gonna have to put some bread to the side, bro. Now I know, and I'm sorry, I am sitting with a backdrop of Jordans right here, right now. I got it. And I wasn't the best person to lean on when they talk about saving your coins. But I also came in a time where things were a little more guaranteed than it is now.
Yeah.
So please, if you can, you need to be saving some coins back because it ain't guaranteed. Somebody touch on that.
I think that's just period.
I mean, that's period. Yeah,
It
right.
is.
Mhm. Go ahead,
It
DJ.
is, but the problem is when growing up, we kind of a lot of us never had no bread, so now we think we get in the military, now we have some money, and now it's time to spend and splurge or do certain things that we see other people doing. We see the car, we see the clothes, we see the it's a starter kit, a necklace. We see this, and we going to get it. We have to get all of these things, but in reality you're starting to learn the basis of finance and understanding who you around. Because if you utilize everybody that you around that was in, because I know that I was doing it, like, hold up, what you talking about? Run that by me one more time. Run that by me one more time. But we kind of don't do that because we kind of get clouded up by the crew of people that we usually was around or something that we thought was cool instead of starting to get financially stable. So
Mm-hmm.
we go to having the rack like Jack. You know what I'm saying? Like I need them. I gotta have them. Like, and we all have it, but it's like it's something psychologically that we gotta kind of break out of. But it's so hard. But I think the military kind of helps do that because it puts us around other people that are saving, are investing, are doing certain things, and it kind of helps
Yeah.
teach us because we now are breaking away from those bad habits.
Yeah,
If done
all
right.
walks of life. That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
Because you got friends. You start developing friends from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Different ethnicities and different backgrounds and stuff like that. Different cultures, and you realize that just what DJ was saying, man. We're brought up systematically like that from elementary. You get talked about if you wear plastos to school in elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro
Not at the white
kids.
schools. Not at the other schools. Not at them
Yeah.
paid schools. You know
Mm.
why? Because because 9 times out of 10 they weren't in uniform. Everybody looked the same.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
think
They
that's
there for
why a lot of
education.
schools have gone to them now. They've gone to uniforms now because of
Yep.
those reasons. So now we can't talk about people. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullying now, buddy. Back in the day, that was just a good
That was
old.
just life. Oh me, that was a good Tuesday, my boy. That
Hey
was a good
man,
Tuesday. Hey, we kicked
listen,
it yesterday in class, boy.
bro. Listen, like,
Who got
when
hot?
when
You feel me? Hey, cuz got roasted. They was Joni made me cry. Boy, then
bro,
you went out to the hallway. Boy, we were
man,
rolling.
I had to get some shoes, bro, and moms and them didn't have it, bro. We was in Kmart, bro,
Hey,
by the blue light special Jones. I had to get the all. I was like, all right, if I'm gonna do it, let me get the all black John, right?
so
All
can't nobody
black
tell.
pro wings, bro. I tried to put my pants down like as far as they could, bro. Like, and then the telltale is when we go to gym. If you start marking up that flow, they already know what time it is, bro. Cause the Jordans
It
don't
be
mark.
done. Damn, they got
The only
speed.
ones that mark is them buddies, dog. No, I'm hooping very carefully, my boy. I can't drag that foot. But and so
Okay.
I tell that story
Oh, she got my
because
back hurt. Oh,
y'all talking about it systematic. Soon as I got in the Air Force, bro, I went to the BX and then they met me at the front door. The BX folks was like, oh, I mean, I guess they can see you, they can smell the
yeah.
brand newness of me. They're like, oh, you new here.
Yeah.
Hey, get this card. We only just need your signature. And then you can have whatever you like.
Right. Get the TI to you. Whatever
and
you
and and
He
bro,
say,
and it was a wrap after that, dog. It was a
at
wrap.
27%
So I
inches.
I say that to say, like, if you are an older cat in the military, older person, man, get them young cats, man. And I do understand the toil, the hardness, but you gotta try to break them because it's not as guaranteed as it once was, right? This shutdown, it says it could last up to 2-3 more weeks.
Yeah.
It just really depends on how. And the crazy part is this. This is the crazy part, and I really would love to hear y'all thoughts on this. Try not to get political, but it's in the same thing. The people that are fighting and the people who are at the table discussing the budget, pockets are not affected.
Oh, that's how it always is.
And that right there, they don't have no skin in the game. So it behooves us to have some bread and something stay to the side because we just don't know how this is gonna shake out. Somebody talk to me about
Nah, man, you said it, bro. It ain't really nothing to follow up with that. That's the truth, bro. That's the truth.
that.
Without
Bro,
getting too political, that's the truth, bro.
that hurts.
And the only reason why this whole thing is going on is because, without getting political, there's a certain side that don't want everybody to lose their health care.
Right.
But it's being presented a whole nother way.
100%.
But that's all it is about, is that they don't want people. The people that are caring about the people whose pockets are affected are not being heard, and it's crazy. It's like no one cares about that. Like they don't care about that, and it's funny that all the people that are behind are in the same predicament. They don't even know what they trying to throw. They're throwing themselves into the fire. It's like, man, remember the big pit in 300?
Yeah.
You got some people that's walking that's like, that's crazy. Like, why would I do that? And then other people that just running and jumping into it. Hey, this looks fun.
Yeah.
This ain't happening. Oh, he said this was gonna happen. Oh, this ain't. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Burning red hats and all kind of stuff. No, don't burn stuff now. Put that hat on and wear it proudly.
Wear
This
it
is what you
proudly.
wanted.
That's what y'all voted for.
You thought he cared about
That's what I
y'all.
was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Like, that's where the problem kicked in. But it was an eye opener because now you get to see who really had a mask on. Because now
Yep.
you got people that are expressed it in the ways that they are. We as a people, we've been oppressed. We understand what it is to get to not get, to not have, to get pulled away from. So it's kind of like, well, here we go again. But you have to be cognizant of how it's happened in history. And we got to tell our youngsters, like we keep talking about with this, with finance and other things, how this happens and why it's happening. And don't fret. It's a reason for it anyway. So don't fret. Like, hey, it's October 1st. This is the fiscal year. We shut down on the first day of the new
Fiscal
budget.
year.
How do you do that? Like what? But they don't know that. They don't understand what just happened with everybody. Well, we're gonna scare you for a little while. And guess
Yep.
what? You might get your check in 2 weeks, but we already got our budget. It's already been in existence. The civilian thinks it starts January. It starts
Mhm.
today, buddy. So
Yeah.
since we don't know that, like let's educate them on that as well because we understand budget cuts as well as trying to get more money for the budget and why we be spending it and what we be spending it on while we in the military. So yeah, but I'm not, so yeah, I could see a lot of smoke and mirrors in this whole scheme
Facts.
going on. Like
Facts.
Now,
big.
that's a great point, and I'm glad you said that, Nunn. The one thing I wanted you to touch on is because I feel like you talked about going back, and you talked about teaching the youngsters and all that. You have some youngsters, and you have instituted your own farm situation. You got to put us on. When did that start? What you got going? Like, tell us all of that because you got
Mm.
chickens and some more stuff. I seen you was almost about to tussle with one of the chickens. He was not behaving.
Chickens is hard work, man.
Um, it's been on me and my wife's brain since living in Germany. Like we've always wanted land since we first got together. There's just things that we talked about. Well, when moving to Germany, we were around so many markets and we were around so much livestock and around it in our area of Viltech because we lived in the country. So it was like, hey, let's pay attention. We over here for a reason. So we started to do research. We would hit every farmer's market. We would hit every Christmas market. We would see what's going on and what's being had. Well, honey was big. Chicken eggs were big. The certain meats that they would have and cheeses that they would have were big. Well, when we moved here, we lived in the town, in the city area of Hinesville in Fort Stewart. Well, now we live in the outskirts, and we found this house and land about November the 18th last year. We
Mm.
bid it on it by November the 22nd. My wife was calling me saying, "Hey, we got the bid." By
What?
December the 19th, we moved in. By
Nice.
January 22nd, we started building the chicken coop.
Wow.
Uh, and we're now finna build a pen for some goats and build an area for some honeybees. We built a
Nice.
48 by 48 garden, and this year was so great. Like it was. I've never built underground. I mean, on top of ground. We've always dug up the dirt. So this year we did a different method. We're putting
Did
dirt on
above
top of the
ground.
ground, no
Yeah.
till, and we did everything. Like watermelons is growing, orange watermelons, yellow watermelons, red watermelons, purple
Nice.
okra, green. I'm talking about okra, 18 inches, 20
Yeah.
inches long.
That's my
All we
stuff
know
right
is
there, boy.
yeah, man, it's just so to see the fruits of your labor, to see your harvest grow, to see what seasons mean, to see how you got to follow certain stuff. It kind of takes me back to like become more spiritual, become more in tune with the earth, become more of this. And because I coach sports, my wife and I were like, but like you said earlier, she's a baker, so she's a certified cottage baker here in the area as well. We're at the farmers markets. We're now talking to people. Man, there's so many people that just give you stuff, and because you're into it, but we don't know that, and because we're so secluded as a people, but
Mm-hmm.
it's been a great adventure for us, dog. Like I could say we got like 30 chickens now, 30,
Wow.
32 chickens. Starting to
Wow.
build up the goat pen in the back, cutting down some more trees. We're gonna
They
put a pond
multiply
up front.
fast.
Um, Yeah, and it's gonna do what it's doing. Like right now, we're not into the hatching though. I got all hens. I don't have any roosters.
You don't got
We're
no
not
roosters?
into
Okay.
the we
Hey,
just
I
laying
was
right now.
telling somebody about that. Because I
Yeah.
dabbled in it a little bit when I was in Oklahoma with the chickens, and
Okay.
that's why I said that's hard work, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very therapeutic, bro. So yeah, it's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So when you started building this stuff, like uh how much one would need to start as far as an investment if you was to put like a dollar figure on it? Because a lot of people don't know this. They don't know how. I wouldn't call it easy. I would say how accessible it is for one to start doing it. But how much kind of investment would you need to start something like that?
That's really dependent on the size of property that you have that you want to build some on and put it on. But honestly, I've seen people do certain stuff with an acre of
Good day.
land, and
Mm,
probably I could
Huh?
say starting out
Love you
with
too,
just
baby.
$5,000. Start
wow.
small. Once you grow from that, then build on to. What did we start with? Man, I could say this year. I don't want to put a number down. Oh no,
Okay, no, no, no. I was
like I could say
hypothetically.
hypothetically anywhere this year we went from $8,000 to $15,000 of just putting fences, uh, building like and like building up certain things, getting the right products to use. Wood went up, so we spent a pretty penny on wood on a chicken coop. I don't have a small chicken coop. I got a 20 by 16, bro. They got a mansion. So
Right.
Yeah, I
that's
see.
2,800. I mean, that's 280 square feet. Like they live it good. They not living bad. They straight.
Right. That's what's
Like
up.
my chicken coop about the size of my garage. So yeah,
Nice.
Now, are you into like selling it at the markets yet, or you haven't got that part yet?
Yes, we doing eggs at the market. My wife, she sells her baked goods at the market. So any veggies that we grow, whatever that we have here at the house or comes within that week, and we want to make sure it's fresh, we'll bag it up, weigh it, put a price on it, and go about it in that way. Like because we at the farmers market, every ingredient that's in whatever that she's selling has to be on it. Everything's labeled up. It's kind of made us really fall into the business real well. Like really, really well. So we're certified egg identifiers. So we're certified by the USDA for that. We're now jumping into there isn't a chapter of veteran Georgia farmers, and we're starting that up here. It's a group of about 10 or 12 of us to be on the same call
Wow.
once a month,
Nice.
and we're doing that. So we're starting a chapter here within the Georgia region. We be on the Zoom kind of like a stream yard, but like I say, to jump into it and get into it and do what we're doing, I like it. It's taking my mind somewhere else. It's not just into barbering and coaching. It's bringing the kids into this so they learn to eat right, eat better, and know what to tell them, how to do this even more, because they get to come out and see it. And
Right.
it
You
just
get to
makes
put
for
the
a
hand.
great event all time. Yeah.
Nice.
Man, now would
So
you I, and you had a lot of experiences before the military. Um, but would you say any of the even the working the budget, working with your hands, can you harness any of your veteran experience into this the farming stuff you got going on, or is this stuff you already had brewing?
um, this was already stuff that was put into me at a younger age, but I just didn't know it.
Mm.
But in the military, I did do Habitat for Humanity. I did do stuff that was charitable stuff. So it's like now within the farm, I'm finding ways to start a nonprofit that, like, we're coming up with a nonprofit from athletes to agriculture. So all
Oh,
my athletes that I
nice.
coach sports with, y'all will come, yeah, they would come on the property. They will learn how to deal with the chickens. They will learn how to deal with the goats. They'll learn how to tend to the yard. They'll see what it does for you. They'll read up on the different veggies, what it's supposed to do, the healing processes, all the different stuff that helps you naturally and holistically instead of us going out to the stores and doing stuff of that nature. That's all. Just getting back to
Now,
nature, getting back to your ancestors.
off the subject, but on the subject,
Okay.
I think it was the running back AP said he got his quickness for chasing chickens. I so
Adrian Peterson,
yeah, like he had to
uh,
catch the chickens, you know what I'm
Roy
saying?
Jones too. That was a Roy
Roy
Jones.
Jones, yeah. So
I'm about to say
that
Roy
is
Jones trained with him.
Yeah.
that's actually, and you know, some of the fastest athletes in the world come from Georgia. I ain't even gonna hold you. Georgia and Florida, y'all do something different down there in y'all water and your stuff. Because if a Georgia boy come up out of there, they, you know, or Florida boy, y'all got some speed down there. Uh, how long you been coaching?
23 years.
Nice.
Wow, wow.
23 years. The year I got out the Navy, '02, I started really coaching. And my partners in Virginia put me on, and I haven't stopped ever since. It's become a great thing in life. I've been on the high school level coaching football. I've coached varsity girls softball. I've coached varsity boys baseball.
Mm.
Coach rec league or Pop One or whatever you want to call it, football.
Nice.
And now it's my son's turn, my little son's turn. So I'm back here in Georgia. You know, kind of how we met. I was in Germany on varsity football while you was
Yeah,
on varsity basketball. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
refereeing your games, and I'm cutting your head. Like I'm fascinated with people. I'm fascinated with sports. I love touching the community, and I think this what brings a lot of us brethren together, especially when you're doing positive things. So
Yeah,
23
yeah.
years.
That's what's up.
Yeah, because I need to plug you into Soldiers to Sidelines. That's an event we go around. Uh, all the veterans are able to join this program. Um, and for you, I mean, you already got your niche with the kids and stuff like that. But it's really to link people who just got out into coaching. But I think you can probably come in and just be testimony for us who are looking for those coaching jobs and all that. The one thing I do I said at the last one is they asked us like, why do we want to coach? And one of the things that resonate with me is I want to promote the change that I want to see. Right? We talk about our communities. We talk about males inside the school. We talk about black males doing something positive, not being Florida man, not being Georgia man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just real, right? We want to turn that narrative around. So a lot of us got to get out there and do that. So I am scratching and clawing looking for my opportunity to get out there and coach, but I am waiting for every opportunity to do just that. Right now I'm subbing inside the school when I'm not at my other job, but um I love your story, man. Like, and if you wouldn't mind, tell us about your family, tell us about your kids, and then we'll let you escape out of here so you can go get the chickens together.
My family. Wow. I have a beautiful blended family. I'm a father of six. My oldest son passed away, so I'm now father of five alive. He was 21 when he passed.
Oh,
We miss him dearly. I love him dearly. My oldest daughter's 19. She's a sophomore at Old Dominion University. I have
Wow.
two 15-year-old girls. My wife had a daughter biologically before we got together, and I had one of my own as well with a young lady. And I have a seventh grader daughter. All my daughters is in Virginia, still in the Newport News, Hampton, and Richmond area. As you can see,
Okay.
it's a few names, so I was I was dabbling a little bit, but being a great father, always involved, never not involved. I just finding myself in life, you know what I mean?
right,
But
right.
Yeah.
family's doing well. My wife is straight. My wife is out of the military now as well. She works here in town as a lab technician in town, supervisor at the lab. She's doing well. All the kids are doing great, A's and B's. Like I couldn't ask for much more. They all involved in some extracurricular activities, sports wise. My oldest daughter doesn't play basketball anymore, but she hoops every day. So it's like she still loves it, but she didn't want to deal with the strenuousness of the job when going to college. And I feel it because
Yeah.
her daddy, that's why her daddy kind of like, I'm done with that. I want to go work on them. I don't want to be an athlete no more. I'm cool
Yeah.
with that. I do it. But yeah, all in all,
Is,
my family's
is she
great.
thinking about doing the
Say, I'm cool. You see, you
is
do
she
what?
thinking about doing the coaching?
I stick. Her mom coaches up there too, so her mom is a track coach. Been a track coach since like 2012, about shit, now about 2007. She's been
Okay.
a track coach. Her mom is a Gatorade player the year before. So we some sports people. So I know she's gonna turn to sports, but she's deep into her dentistry. She wants to be a hygienist. So I'll
Oh,
let
okay.
her do her thing. Yeah, she's locked in pretty much. So we'll see how that goes and see what the rest of them do. One of my daughters playing flag football, so I'm
Okay.
shocked at that this year in America. You know, that's one of the big things that they pushing for is high school flag football, and she's playing, so that's a good thing. She went from cheerleader to Flag football. I said, that's what I'm talking.
Yeah. So flag football, like you said, so and because I'm a sports head, y'all sports head. The next Olympics is going to be in the United States. One of the sports is flag football
Yeah.
because every host country get to choose a sport to introduce or whatever. So now they need varsity girls to play in high school. They need they're getting they're moving over from club in college to varsity in college. So they're about to start recruiting college and they're about to start going crazy. So if your girl want to play football, flag football is definitely a situation because the one thing you ain't gonna do is tell a girl what she can't do, right? And dumb babies start putting on helmets, and we was like, okay, look, can we level? Because this little boy is gonna try to take your head off just because he know that you're a girl. Now, can you take it? Probably yes. However, do we need that for 60 minutes a day? Just me trying to save you from getting your head chopped off. So let's do flag. And they have like again, when I was at this last conference, I met a young lady who is she's in North Carolina. She's in charge of some of the flag football initiatives for the women, and man, it's blowing up. So shouts out to that, man. I wish your family the best on that.
Appreciate that, bro.
Most definitely. That's fresh. Yeah.
Yeah. So we hit our time. I want you to close us out with some closing thoughts. If you got anything, tell people where they can find you, where they can look you up. You could talk about anything, promote everything that you want to get out. The floor is yours for closing comments.
Oh wow. Okay. Again, DJ Nunn. I'm the owner of Nunn Better Cuts, which is my barber line. I'm a local barber here in Hinesville, Georgia. I'm also co-owner of Nunn Better Farming and Harvest. That's me and my wife's adventure here on our land. And I appreciate you, Jack and Hustle Man, for inviting me on here tonight. It was a joyous occasion. I love talking to the community. I love building with brothers near and far, and continue doing y'all thing, man. One love. You
Yes,
can
sir.
find me on
Yes, sir.
Facebook or Instagram. My bad, Facebook or Instagram on those tags. None better cuts or none better farming and harvest. Or my wife as well, and none better cake. She does all of that.
Man, y'all got the none betters.
I like that.
Yes, none
I
better.
like
My
that's good
sister
marketing.
none better.
Good marketing, man.
We about to go down here to Tallahassee this weekend. My sister opening up her hat bar. Hers is called Hall and Thread. She's been none better creations of everything, but her new thing is Hall and Thread. She got a hat bar. She makes clothes. She's doing a whole lot up in there. This weekend, Tallahassee, Florida is going down. Fashion show on Friday, Saturday, the grand opening of the store. So yeah, we in business. We going to work. I'm telling you, Jack.
Hey, them nuns gonna get it done. You feel me? Hey, it ain't nothing and them nuns ain't gonna do. You
Hey,
feel me?
facts. Hey, so I'm gonna hit you on that None Better Cuts, man, because I don't know if you got anybody doing your white label, but I do white label.
Oh really? Oh okay.
Yep.
Bad. Most definitely. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit you. I got a stuff called my brand is Elbow Grease. It's EG for men.
So elbow grease, yeah. It's good for the beard, good for the scalp. You know what I mean?
I got everything. I got lotion. I got all that.
Yeah. Hit me up. We could collaborate on something, man. We could set up a little stand for you and do your thing. You know, our shop. Ain't
most definitely.
You know?
See? And I love it when the plan come together. Hustle, last words.
Nothing, man. You already know where to find us, man. Right here, man. The Redeployment Podcast on Spotify, YouTube, everywhere, man. You can go to Jack's page. You can catch Jack's on Twitter. What you got? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, I got
everything.
Facebook, Instagram.
Right. And the same, man. Black Money Media, man. You just check us out, man. BlackMoneyMediaLive.com for all your merch. And W.GG, man. And don't forget, man, hey, Echoes and Silence is coming out, man. I don't know.
Let's go.
I don't know my exact date, but y'all can go check my stuff out, man. Right now, man. PG the Hustler, man. Just check it out on Spotify, man. I do music. Music is therapeutic for me. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing
just cruising. Hey, go type in Just Cruising. That joint is fire.
Oh yeah,
fire
Just Cruise out now, man. Yeah, man. So, and I
check it out.
I do this for us, man. I do this for my kids, and just like I said, it's therapeutic, man. I ain't, I just make music. I'm just an artist, man. I ain't trying to do nothing. I ain't trying to. I ain't looking for no deals. Everything is it's all no overhead, man. Everything is us, man. I just do this shit because I love it, man. You know what I mean? So,
and this is therapeutic for me. So I thank Black Money Media for hosting this show. I thank Dubby for being a sponsor. I thank all y'all, all the guests that's pulled up thus far. Thank you, Nunn, for pulling up, man. I jumped in the DMs with him, and he jumped in so quickly, and I do appreciate that. But we have slots for the show. That's the QR code up there in the corner. If you want to join this show, all you got to do is be a veteran. You can done 1 day or 70 days or 1,000 days. I want your story. Your story needs to go out. People need to hear these stories so they can be encouraged while they're in the military or they're transitioning out of the military. So your story is important. So don't be afraid of the podcast and the bells and whistles, man. This is nothing. This is nothing. But we just need your story because just want people to be affected by what we do. Because a lot of the stuff goes unsaid, goes unnoticed. A lot of places we've been, a lot of things we've seen. So again, this is therapeutic for me. I get to talk to my friends about talking shop, talking military, because I don't get to do it at work because they take everything too literal sometimes. So, but I do appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Share, like, comment, all that stuff. And we're going to get out of here, and we're going to see you on the next time. And before we go, just something we got to tell you. We love you.
And
there ain't nothing you can do about it. Peace.
Peace.